Boom, boom, boom. Or should I say, yes, yes, yes. You are in tune too. Let's get the order right anyway. Boxing Talk with Rafi. What number are we on? Let's go and do the sound check. Uh-oh, that's not it. Hold on. What's going on? What's going on? Let's drop that down. Stop sharing. Let's do the sound check. First things first. We don't want any schoolboy errors. Gotta make sure you can hear me. What the hell's that? That's not what I'm looking for. I want to make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me? Let's kill the music for a moment and proceed. Make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me? Wow. Music seems low. Sound check. First things first. Music seems low. Sound check. Music seems low. What's going on? Seems too low. Let's address that. What's the music levels? Does it seem a bit low to you? Hold on a sec. Let me turn up the master volume. See if that. Yeah. Master volume seems better. I don't know. Let me do a check. You know, I'm funny with things like this. I got to make sure it's right. So let's do the second sound check. Come on. Talk to me. Things like this. I got to make sure it's right. So let's do the second sound check. Come on. Talk to me. Come on with it. I got to make sure. Come on with it. You know what? That seems okay to me. Play. Seems okay to me. Okay, let's bring the music in. Okay, that's acceptable levels. I find those levels acceptable. Let's have a look if anybody's up in here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, let me see. Okay, yes. We got the Iron Kong up in the building. Okay, warp drive engaged. Okay, so first things first, let me just drop this link for those who wish to express themselves live. Okay, so that's in. What else do I need to do? What else I got to do? What else does Rafi got to do? There's a number of things, actually. There are a number of things, actually. All right, pin that. So that's pinned. What else? Oh, let me talk to you just a little bit before I share. Okay, let me tell you the topic. Let me give you the big picture. Okay, Crawford sues Bob Arum, Terrence Crawford, and Klitschko hammers Fury. Those are the headline stories, but you know there's other stories. You know Rafi multidimensional. Can you hear me? You know, Rafi multidimensional. You got fakes, you got fraud, you got counterfeit. Fakes, fraud, and counterfeits all rolled into one. SpongeBob, big belly, thin legs, broomstick legs on a big body. How you do that? And then have the audacity, have the nerve, have the gall, have the bare-faced temerity to say you think you want to come and try and do with the Rafi style. Do it like Rafi. You want to try do it the Rafi style, but you don't know. It ain't that easy. trying to be the Rafi, counterfeit, fraud, SpongeBob, big body, broomstick legs. How that work? Huh? How that work? Don't worry. I'm going to get into that soft belly, get into that soft body a little bit later on. Trying to copy the Rafi. Trying to do it like the Rafi. It ain't that easy, bro. Certainly not. With a big body and broomstick legs. You're going to have problems trying to be the Rafi with a big body and broomstick legs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bell don't fail me now. There we go. Trying to copy the Rafi style. Trying to do it like Rafi. Isn't that what they said? Do it like Rafi. Yeah, I heard. I heard the word. I seen the plan. Seen the blueprint. Trying to take the Rafi blueprint. You're going to find out. It ain't that easy, boy. Or should I say, boy. It ain't that easy, brother. It ain't that easy. But I'll get into that soft body a little bit later. Maybe. Okay. Let us sup people. Tone up in the building. The Iron Kong up in the building. The Cal L up in the building. Okay, so let's get into these big topics. Let's get into them. I'm not even going to bother sharing. I've already shared in the WhatsApp groups. So, yeah, okay. Let me share it in the secret society, although the secret society might as well call that the dead society. People seem like they're dead off up in there. Let me share. People can't say that Rafi was selfish. Let me share it. Since they say sharing is caring. All right, let's go. All that. Where's the thing? Where's the thing that I'm looking for? Let's go. How that work? How you like that? How you like them apples? Okay. Seems to have taken. Let's just drop it in a couple more places. Copy. Where are we going next? Okay, let's go over there. Uh-oh. It's a dead society for real. It's the dead society for real. Dead off. Okay. Done my responsibility. Done my duty. I've shared. So let's... Yeah, I'm using a different service this time. I can see shortcomings in it, but we still got a little something funky for you. I can see shortcomings in it, different systems, different abilities, different technologies. It's okay. Let's get into this shiz nicks. Oh, how am I going to do this? How are we going to do this? I know I want to do. I know what I wanted to do. I wanted in the background. I know. Okay, let's do this old switcheroo. Oh, shizzle. My nizzle. Okay, so let's get into this shiz nicks. What's the visibility like? Okay. Session is dark. Let's get into this shiz nicks. Share that with you just for a second. What else do I want to share? Shiz biz up in the building. Okay. What else do I want to share? Add a source. What does that mean? What happens if I press that? Everything could come crashing down. Add a source. What does that mean? I pressed it now. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Local video from your computer. Huh. Okay. You just learned something there. That ain't coming from my computer though. Huh. Oh, I can do that. Didn't know that. Huh. Can do that too. Okay. Didn't know that, but I can't do what I wanted to do. It's gonna have to be a little bit different. All right. Okay. Let's do this. Boom. 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 Huh. Let me try again. Boom. Boom. Let's paste that. Let's see if that looks different from the original one. I don't know, but let me take down the original one. Oh, so it does work then. Hold on a second. So let me so I gotta pin this one then. That's the proper one. Replace pinned message. Okay, so replacing that. And boom. Hold on, let me adjust the screen. Yeah, that looks way better. And in comes the man like the Iron Kong. Iron Kong, come on in.
How you doing, Rafi?
Oh, hey, it has been an eventful day. You know, some people could say it was a rough day, but it wasn't a rough day. I got a couple of situations semi-dealt with. Well, one situation dealt with in another situation. Two situations that I didn't like. One of them's been dealt with to my satisfaction, and the other one I have initiated a procedure to get it dealt with. So, you know, it's up to interpretation whether that's a good day or not. I say it was a good day.
Hey, glass half full, right?
Glass half full. That's the way I'm looking at it. I say it was a good day. You know what? It's even more than half full. It's 3/4 full. It's 3/4 full. The Iron Kong. It's 3/4 full. It's not half. It's 3/4. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day.
I was gonna say that video you were playing there earlier with that group of weirdos in that room. That looked like some sort of Guy Ritchie ensemble cast.
I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back.
For like a new Snatch movie.
Oh man.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. That's Kanye West. Kanye West. Madonna. And of course Floyd. There's some other cats, the famous cats. I don't know them.
Antonio Brown.
I don't know him.
Yeah, he used to play American football. He just walked off on his team just recently again.
Oh, I heard that. I heard about that story. That's the guy with the dreads. That's the guy with the funky dreads and the black and white check. Is that right?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, him. Okay. Him.
Yeah, so this looked like just like a group of people who should stare from each other.
It looks very odd. I don't even know what to think about it. It just looks very, very, it looks like Andy Warhol. It looks like it's back in when was Andy Warhol? Maybe in the late 60s, the early 70s, maybe. It looks like an Andy Warhol type of party, you know, the studio, whatever they call that nightclub in New York, Studio 57 or whatever it was, you know, back in the day. Obviously before my time, but I know about them things. New York, it looks like Andy Warhol. It looks kind of like something freaky's about to go down at any second. It looks like a freaky affair. It really does. Looks like anything could happen. Kanye West there.
All I know is probably in the back there were lines somewhere lying around. There's lines of strange white dust and I don't know. Listen, man. There's a lot of strange people in that room.
It looks hella strange. hella strange. Yeah, no soup for the bots. No soup for the bots. We don't feed the bots around here. We just eradicate them. We eradicate them. Operation Eradication. So yeah, that's some weirdness which I just had to pull up because it just looks so weird. I can't make head nor tail of it. There's Madonna. There's Floyd. There's Kanye. Looks like some kind of. Yeah, I know what it reminds me of now. It's like a youth club kind of situation. Looks like a youth club for the over 40s. Kind of strange affair. Quite bizarre. But you know what? I thought I could have had this up and got to the article at the same time. But as a matter of fact, I can do that because y'all don't need to see the article. Y'all don't need to see the article. Only I need to see the article. I can talk you through the whole damn thing. Okay, so breaking down Terrence Crawford's racial bias lawsuit against Bob Arum of Top Rank. Might as well just put it up actually, so y'all can see what I can see. You know, the Raphael likes to show receipts. So let's bring it up. What? Something again? Another bot's coming. Hold on, let me take care of this bot. Yeah, that's what I should have done in the first place. Why didn't I do that in the first place? Let me have a look. Let me see that stuff is gone. Oh, hold on. Make sure it's gone though. There we go. That's better. Okay. So let me bring this up. Let me. Okay. So I'm just gonna read a couple of paragraphs of this, and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, Terrence Crawford has brought a racial bias lawsuit against Bob Arum of Top Rank. I'm just going to do a couple paragraphs and then we're going to talk about it because I can't go through this whole damn thing. It's a long article. The working relationship, yeah, we know it was poor. As per a copy of the lawsuit obtained by the New York Post, Crawford claims a breach of contract and fraudulent and negligent misrepresentation. Crawford, 34, signed with Top Rank in what? In 201? I don't know if they mean 201 or 215. I don't know. But had a history of difficulty producing fights against top competitors. That's Top Rank. The champion also discussed comments made by Arum against him, as well as a lack of commitment to secure fights against WBC IBF welterweight champion Errol Spence. Oh, is this the cat we were talking about who just walked off? Is this the cat we were talking about who just walked off the field? Is that him? Maybe. Oh, he's gone. Oh, is that it? Oh, he's taking his sweater off. Okay. All right. Uh-oh. Oh, he's throwing it away. Oh, so that must be the cat. Wow, everybody's in shock. What's going on? Everybody's in shock. Antonio Brown meltdown becomes NFT. If you know what NFT means, yeah, come St. Mike. How do I get rid of this crapola off my screen? What is this? Can I get it to go? Oh, it takes a few seconds, so it's like blackmail. Can't do nothing about it. It's just up there, like it or lump it. Just got to accept it, apparently. But now it's gone, so that's good. The lawsuit went on to allege the following regarding Arum and Top Rank. Okay, I'm just going to do a couple of paragraphs, people. Okay, so for years, professional boxers and others worldwide have called out Top Rank. For years, professional boxers and others in the sport world have called out Top Rank's owner, Bob Arum, for his disparate treatment. That's an unusual word. Disparate. Different treatment of black boxers, including those very same black boxers that Top Rank is contractually obligated to promote. OMG. Okay. So what we're saying. So that's an important point there. For years, this ain't nothing new. For years, professional boxers and others in the sporting world have called out Top Rank's owner Bob Arum for his disparate treatment of black boxers. Wow. That ain't good. So this is something that's been going on for some time. My, oh my. Okay. So, because this is boxing, a sport with a checkered history, and because Arum is now dismissed as just a grumpy old white man, Arum continues to make racist and bigoted statements and purposefully damage the reputations of black boxers without any consequences. This is generally because the affected boxers who are in long-term contracts with Top Rank fear that if they speak up, they will be replaced on the sidelines and not given the opportunity to fight during the life of their deal, which could be 5 to 7 years. It's painfully clear that Top Rank and especially Arum judges people based on their race. I think this is the lawsuit. This is the lawsuit. This is the wording of the lawsuit. Okay, so Arum's sordid history with athletes of color, especially black fighters, and his bias favoring white and Latino fighters is well documented and known throughout the boxing world. This is as per the lawsuit. Okay, just to make it clear. So let's go on. Okay, so Crawford's lawsuit alleges that fighting mandatories breached contracts. Crawford's lawsuit alleges that fighting mandatories breached contracts, while also detailing the amount Crawford was paid for the bouts. Okay, you can see those figures there for yourself. At the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, Crawford said he did not want to take a pay cut. He wanted to make more before his top-ranked deal ended. His lawsuit alleges he made $6 million versus Porter. Okay. Okay. So, another quote. Bob Arum couldn't secure me the Errol Spence fight when I was with him. So how is he going to secure me the Spence fight when I'm not with him? I'm moving forward with my career. Okay, so Arum, who denied the allegations, said Crawford and Spence wanted too much money. The reported amount at the time was around $9 million to $10 million. Going further into the lawsuit, Arum said that Crawford's problems are his own when it comes to fighting and marketing. Arum said, don't call a man a racist when, really, this is because of your own failures. His marketability didn't measure up to his ability, and has absolutely nothing to do with what race he is. The outstanding fact is that Terrence numbers on PPV have always been dreadful because of his failure to market himself. Okay. The lawsuit also adds that Floyd Mayweather made similar comments after his relationship with Top Rank ended. Money, who claimed he earned less with Arum, also brought up the idea of racial bias. Mikey Garcia, formerly under the Top Rank banner, also issued a lawsuit against the promoter in 2014 based on a dispute over his contract and his purses. This resulted in Garcia being away from the ring for over 2 years. OMG. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. Okay, let's get deeper. I said I was only going to do a couple paragraphs, but this is kind of juicy. It's kind of juicy. All right, so yeah, Garcia was out for over 2 years. Okay, so it's unfortunate the Top Rank did not treat Terrence properly and in fact spoke out regularly against him, Friedman told ESPN. Unlike other boxers bound to Top Rank contracts, Terrence can assert his claim in court without Top Rank forcing him to sit out. Make no mistake, This is a game changer. Okay, so that was a quote. That last paragraph there was a quote from. Who's that quote from? Oh, Friedman. Okay, so Arum has a history of working as a lawyer. He attended Harvard Law School, was an attorney for the U.S. Department of Justice, and worked with a few high-profile law firms. Okay, so they had that on there. So they're basically saying Arum knows his stuff. Yeah, certainly one would have to assume so. One would have to assume so, but that don't seem to be deterring Terrence Crawford from taking Bob Arum to court. Racial bias lawsuit. Okay, that was a pretty good article, actually. Didn't go into too much detail, but it went into enough detail to give you the flavor. Okay, give us the flavor. Okay. Right, so let us talk about it. Is Iron Kong, are you back? Okay, that's cool. Iron Kong will rejoin.
Hey, Raphael, I'm here now. Sorry about that, man.
Oh, that's cool. So you just heard what the lawsuit was about. It's a racial bias lawsuit. What do you think of Crawford's chances in the court? What's your views on this?
I hope Terrence Crawford has more than just emotions. I think we had a little back and forth on Twitter about it, Rafi, and because the article I read just now was just basically like a lot of emotional stuff. Maybe he's holding back the actual raw proof that he might have that he was racially discriminated against in Top Rank, because it can't just be because you didn't get the Spence fight or Bob talked bad about you in the media. Unless you're telling me Bob said some specifically racist things about you in the media or other people or whatever. It can't just be, because he didn't get me the Spence fight because of this, because of that. It could just be he's a terrible promoter. And I think Bob Arum is a terrible promoter. But when you're going to argue racial discrimination, you have to have very specific receipts on that, right? So it can't just be because you ain't get the Spence fight or whatever. And I know a lot of people are talking about how well, if somebody is racist, why would you sign with them? Or if Bob is racist, like, okay, on the people who are defending Bob Arum's side, they're saying if Bob is racist, why he signed so much black fighters? Why he manages? Let me tell you something, man. Making money off of somebody or making money with somebody, right? People will overlook your race. As long as you can help them achieve certain capitalistic gains, it doesn't matter, right? They could hate your guts. They could hate your guts, but you assist them with their bottom line. So Bob signing black fighters and all this does not exclude him from being a racist. It's just that the black fighters can help him achieve his capitalistic goals.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
On the other hand, you have Terrence Crawford. Did Terrence Crawford re-sign Bob Arum already? Like, did he ever renew a contract, or was this the one and only contract?
Did he renew? Did Terrence Crawford renew? I want to say yeah. I want to say yeah, but I'm going to type it in. Did Terrence Crawford?
Right. So the thing is, if he did in fact re-up with Bob Arum, when did he establish that Bob Arum was a racist? Was this after he re-up? If he did in fact re-up at any point in time, did you establish that after you renewed? Or did you know he was a racist before you renewed? If in fact we established that he renewed a contract before this one expired, right? Because you're not going to tell me you knew somebody was a racist. Then you re-up with them. And then you come out now saying, he don't like black people. This is a problem.
Right. Terrence Crawford re-ups with Top Rank.
All right then.
September the 6th, 2018.
So,
Uh-oh.
so the question is, when did Terrence Crawford discover that Bob Arum was this racist and Top Rank is this racist company? Is it before or after he re-upped his contract? So there's two sides to this. Bob Arum could be very well a racist. That has nothing to do with him making money off of black people and non-white people. Nothing to do with that. Trust me. Nothing.
Yeah.
Terrence Crawford needs to explain, when did you discover Bob Arum was a racist? Before or after you re-upped?
Yeah.
So I hope he has more than just emotions at the moment. I'm not. It just seems strange to me, Rafi. It just seems odd.
Yeah. Yeah. But he did re-up. He did re-up. And this article is dated September the 6th, 2018. OMG. Damn. That's a good one. No doubt. No doubt. You know, Bob Arum's gonna be bringing that one up. Well, if I'm a racist, why in September the 6th, 2018, did you resign? If I'm the devil, why did you sign away your soul to the devil? This is yelp, yikes, ouch. Terrence Crawford Terrence Crawford has an uphill battle. I have to wonder if, my suspicion is the only winners in this game are the lawyers. It's like Iron Conger said, Bob Arum has long been considered a racist. I haven't really followed him that much, but he has long been considered a racist. But it does beg the question. The question will be asked in court. If Bob Arum is the devil, then why the hell did you re-up with the devil? Question is going to be asked. It's going to be a tough question to answer. Or will it be a tough question to answer? You could say up until that point, Bob was doing a good job. Bob promised me this, Bob promised me that, and he could not deliver. So it is certainly not an insurmountable mountain. But it could be a stumbling block if they're not careful. It's all about the how who's got the better lawyers. How do they go about this thing? But to Mike, it seems like it's gonna be one hell of an uphill battle. I have to wonder, what's Terrence Crawford's motive? Why not just move along? Why not just move on? You're away from Bob now. But apparently there's a sum of $10 million that Terrence Crawford is claiming.
Well, last thing I saw was Bob Arum was planning to still offer him the Josh Taylor fight on a one-off basis. That's the last thing I saw. Then this comes up, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is strange.
This is strange. This is very, very strange. Who motivated this? Who motivated this endeavor? This difficult endeavor? Who was the motivating force behind this endeavor? It's a tricky one, but we got EJ Boxing up in the building to help shed some light on this. EJ Boxing Live.
Happy New Year to the panel. Happy New Year to the chat. I'm looking at it like everyone else. I mean, I remember Terrence Crawford's on the podium, saying what he said about Bob Arum. I ain't signing with him and stuff like that. And he's come out with this statement. I'm not surprised. May have made these comments before and saying he wasn't really pushing him in the African American crowd. You can see already in Omaha, Nebraska, that he definitely sells crowds. But what Bob Arum said, he doesn't make no money. I mean, why are you saying that? But you can see in Omaha, Nebraska, that he does good numbers, and the crowd is very diverse. Bob Arum's come out. Yeah, he's avoided Manny Pacquiao fights and some of the major fights he hasn't got. But to say it's going to be hard to say racial bias when he's actually signed you and you re-signed with him. Plus, on the roster, he has numerous ethnic minorities on the thing, and plus the commentary. You got what's his name again? Tim Bradley, who actually brought you in, right? Then you have Andre Ward and the rest of them guys there. They're very diverse. If that was the case, it's very hard to prove that. Did you not get the big fight? Yeah, we know that. Maybe Bob Arum didn't want. I don't know. Maybe Bob. You could say. I mean, fighters to me are very disloyal to the people who built you, because Tim Bradley vouched for him to get in there, and he definitely proved his worth. But it's going to be hard to prove that. And my whole thing is, you're going to be your whoever your team is, you're wasting your time in litigation when you should be basically trying to make the big fights across the seas. You saying across the waters, you can go across the waters. Do what you need to do. You make them big fights over there. Time's ticking on. You're wasting in court to get what? Money to prove Bob Arum. I don't like. It's not. I don't hate Bob Arum. I met him when he came over Amir Khan and Terrence Crawford. That's the time I met him. He gave everyone interviews. I didn't like the way he was talking about Al Heyman in the press conference. Al Heyman stopping box and he won't make the big fight. He's like yelling out. And I was like, why are you picking? And I said to myself, why are you picking on Al Heyman for about me fight when you try to sue him? You try to sue him, try to take him out of boxing. That was my thing, you know. And then now he's working with Al Heyman. He ain't saying nothing against Al Heyman, but you know it's gonna be hard to prove that. Look, he's an attorney himself. I don't know how he proves that he's got racial bias when you said you try to re-sign with him. Then you got the roster, and you got numerous celebrities coming out and saying he never done that to me, like George Foreman and stuff like that. Nah, man, I think you're wasting your time. You should do what Mayweather does. Leave the organization, everything. Buy all your fights, maybe buy all your fights and sell it somewhere else, and go to Showtime. So I think this is a waste of time, and I don't see how you can prove it. It's not like I'm biased against it. I just feel this is not where your energy needs to be put in. That's just my take.
Energy goes where energy flows. I don't know how he's going to prove this one. I think it's the running theme. How do you prove it? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Yan Kong. It's not what you know.
Exactly. I mean, you can feel however you want to feel, and you might be right. He might be a racist, but you can't prove that. You know what I'm saying? So, I wish Terrence the best. Again, the last thing I saw was Bob Arum saying that he was going to offer him a Josh Taylor fight, on a one-fight deal, and then this comes up. But like you just said, Rafi, Regin, it ain't how you feel, it ain't what you think you know. It's what you could prove. Yeah. And I'm interested to see what proof Terrence Crawford brings forward. I'm interested to know. A few people have spoken on against Bob Arum, but again, it could just be Bob Arum is a terrible promoter. I think he's an awful promoter. I don't think Bob Arum is successful with fighters who are ready-made, fighters who could do the job themselves. Floyd and these people. When he actually has to market somebody, he can't do it. I don't think he's a good promoter at all. But Bob talking down on you in public and all that. I've never heard anything out of Bob Arum about Terrence Crawford that is racist. I've never heard it. Me personally, I've never heard it. I'm not saying it's never happened, but maybe people could bring up clips or whatever that he said that have been discriminatory or whatever. Maybe Terrence Crawford has experienced things behind closed doors. If he's saying Bob don't treat the white fighters the same and all that the same, that might be true. He's not the first person I've heard say that. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum has put a lot of effort behind Lomachenko. But maybe he just likes Lomachenko. Does that mean he only likes him because he's white? Could be. You can't prove it though. You know what I'm saying?
I think what Lisa's saying is that the lawsuit is more about a breach of contract. So if that's the question, if that's the case, it's about a breach of contract, then that's simpler. That's simpler. Maybe the racist headline, maybe that's just a headline.
What was the breach of contract though? What was the breach of contract?
What was the actual breach? Let me look for the actual breach. What was the actual breach?
Because as far as I know, if it's that he didn't get the Spence fight, as far as I know, he had a clause in his contract that he was getting $1 million every time he fought, and it wasn't Spence. And Bob Arum seemed to have fulfilled that $1 million every time he didn't fight Spence. So it's just interesting to see how it's going to turn out. Again, Bob Arum is a prick, and he might very well be a racist. I hope you could prove it though, because if you take Bob to court and Bob starts winning, Bob is petty enough that he will try and flip this on Terrence Crawford for slander and whatnot, and he might have to pay Bob.
Yeah.
So I hope he's advised properly. That's all. And I'll be interested to see where this is gonna go. That's all.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what the actual breach is. I'm looking through the thing now. Maybe I can find what the actual breach is with this damn videos all up in the video. The damn videos all up in the video. Let me look for the actual breach. Bob Arum couldn't secure me the Errol Spence fight when I was with him. So how can he do it now? Media moving, saying that didn't help. Top Rank didn't help secure a fight with Spence. Main event, Top Rank produced while he's considered by many in the sport. I'm looking for the actual breach. What was the breach, Lisa? What was the actual breach? At the start of COVID-19 pandemic, Crawford said he did not want to take a pay cut. What is the actual breach? I can't find the breach. I'm looking at this article which says it's a complete breakdown, but I can't find the breach. I'm not saying there's not a breach. I'm just saying that I can't find the breach. I'm in an article now which says it breaks it down. Okay, for years, professional boxers called out Top Rank owner for his. Oh, that's not the breach. That ain't the breach. I'm looking for the breach. History of difficulty producing. Maybe there's a fight that he should have had, a specific fight at a specific time. But really, I'm going through this thing paragraph by paragraph, and I can't find the breach. Breaking down Crawford's racial bias lawsuit against Bob Arum. Maybe that's. Oh no, let me get into the chat. What's the breach? Hold on, let me have a look. He didn't get the Pacquiao and Spence fights. Okay. Yeah, Lady Shan up in the building. How you doing, Lady Shan? I'm trying to mix it up. I'm trying to be fresh. I'm letting my creativity flow. Sometimes you can get in the habit of just doing the same old thing, the same old way, but I'm going to make sure I don't get stuck in no kind of ruts. It's a risky strategy. So I want to try to make sure I'm challenging myself at all times. Don't have the contract. I don't know the number. Okay. Okay, I just seen a little bit of news there. So I don't know what the breach is, but maybe that's for a video. Maybe the breach is for a video. Okay. The damage has been done. The damage has been done in boxing. Fans taking the bait and putting their attention on a lawsuit that doesn't benefit the fans. Distraction from the real issue of not getting the fights we asked for. Yeah, I don't think we can be distracted from that. That's at the forefront of our minds. But yeah, I hear you though. What's going on? I heard that Philip Yoka was in talks, had agreed to talks regarding the Philip Hrgovic fight. Let me pull that up.
Tony Yoka.
Let me see if I can pull that up.
Apparently, Sauerland said it was confirmed.
Well, that's interesting because Sauerland should know. Sauerland should know. This was breaking news. Am I sharing? No, I'm not sharing, but let me start sharing. Because sharing is caring. Let me do this. Let me do this. Boom, boom, to the boom. Okay, so where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Tony Yoka accepts invitation to enter talks for the IBF title eliminator versus Philip Hrgovic, and that was breaking news at the time. But now, boom! It looks like it's been confirmed. Looks like it's been confirmed. While I look for that, EJ Boxing, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
What do you reckon to this then? Tony Yoka apparently accepts invitation to enter into talks, but now it looks like it's gonna stage further. So let me go ahead and look for that. Let me go ahead and look for that. Talk to me.
That's a good fight, man. I remember they were both in the Olympics. Phil Hrgovic made me feel like he's slightly better than Yoka, better competition he's been facing. But in the reals, I like Yoka in the fight, man. I'll put money on him on the underdog. His movement's good. He's got good, decent hand speed. He hasn't been tested. To be fair, both of them hasn't been tested, but the Sauerland and Wassama, they're a more powerful promoter. And if you're gonna get the nod, and you know how they like to wine and dine the referees and the judges, you think the Sauerland brothers are gonna win. So that looked like it's in the cards that if it goes to the scorecards, it's gonna go that way. I don't know who Yoka's being managed by, but I'd assume that if it goes to the cards, it is. So the Sauerland brothers have been searching for opponents high and low. They wanted loads of opponents. A lot of people pulled on them. Michael Hunter was one of them, and loads of other guys. But if they secured this fight, this is a great fight. It's got former Olympians. It sells. And remember, boxing's about money. Most people probably don't even know who Yoka is. They know who Phil Hrgovic is because he's made more noise because he's with the bigger promoter. So it's a great fight. It's very interesting to see who wins. But I wouldn't be surprised if Yoka was to pull it off. I didn't think he beat Joe Joyce in the Olympics, but he got the decision. So this is a chance to prove himself that he's a great pro as he was as an amateur. Even though I don't think he beat Joe Joyce. I think it's a great fight because if you notice, with Joe Joyce that Frank Warren was going to make an announcement. I'm surprised they didn't call out Joe Joyce. They don't want that smoke. They don't want that Joe Joyce smoke. You know what I mean? Or I just leave. Everyone wants to leave Joe Joyce and waiting for him to get old, so they can take his number. That's what it seems to me. He's being pushed out. This is a great fight. Like I said, I don't know how many people have watched Tony Yoka, but this is a fight that the British, the world would want to see. That's what I would want to see. So to see who's going to be the next guy to get a chance to fight for title. So I look forward to seeing that bout. I'm glad they've secured it. Where it's going to be is another thing and whatever. But like I said, the Sauerland brothers and Wasserman, they're quite powerful, man. So they threw enough money at him, and he said, "Yeah, I'll take it." So great fight.
Great fight. How do I feel about it? Tony Yoka accepts Philip Hrgovic fight for the IBF eliminator, says Eddie Hearn. Okay, so Sauerland said it. Eddie Hearn said it. You know what, folks? Breaking news over here on Boxing Talk with Rafi. As per usual. Thanks to Iron Kong for giving me the heads up on that. Now that it's being confirmed, I was going to be talking about it, that they were into talks, but hey, dang, good news. Finally, we have a heavyweight boxer who had the stones to step up against Philip Hrgovic and say, "Yeah, I'll fight you. Bring it on. Let's get it on." And how do I feel about it? Well, we know Yoka was already beating Philip Hrgovic in the amateurs. So he said, yeah, okay. You want some more? You want some more of this? You want some more of these French sticks? You want these French sticks in your face? So he's gonna beat him with them French sticks to the face. It's gonna be interesting. I think EJ said he's got Hrgovic a favorite. My instincts say Hrgovic. but my betting instinct says Yoka. I think Yoka's going to be the underdog in this one, so that's where I'm going to put my money. Yeah, what do you reckon? Iron Kong, what do you reckon?
I mean, I've never been terribly impressed with Filip Hrgovic. I honestly, so this is a 50-50 fight for me. I'm glad Yoka took the fight, but I knew he had a fight with Martin Bakole coming up. So maybe they just scrapped that fight, much to the chagrin of Billy Nelson, who talks about Martin Bakole like he's some kind of killer. But I don't know. It's a 50-50 fight for me. I know Yoka was complaining about that, he's not being moved fast enough. He's actually promoted by Top Rank. Because that's what they had to talk to, Top Rank, about Tony Yoka. And again, this is another example of Bob Arum being a mediocre promoter. You have Tony Yoka in France doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like he's doing big things in France. Like he's like like I saw somebody say Tony Yoka is like the Anthony Joshua of France. I'm like, what? What are y'all talking about? Since when? This dude is not Anthony Joshua in France. He's not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And they just kind of have him in France, kind of fighting these, middle of the road fights, nowhere fights, and he's been complaining that he not getting moved fast enough. He thought he would have been further along in his career. So I'm glad to see the fight get made. I agree with EJ. Picking Tony Yoka would not be a bad bet, to be honest with you. He's going to be the underdog, but it's not a bad bet. And a lot of people have not seen Yoka fight at all. I mean, it's not like he's this crushing knockout puncher, right? Right. He's not that, but we'll see. I think it's a good fight. Two young people who trying to do something with their career. I rate Yoka. I don't rate Luis Ortiz and Rice Cake Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker need to go back to New Zealand to get weighed in the Taco Bell Burger King where he was. And still the big man business. This is big man things, you check. So yeah, this is a good fight.
It's a good fight. I'm happy for it. EJ's happy for it. The Iron Kong's happy for it. But let's just go back. Where's the pin message?
I was just gonna say quickly before you jump in. All of these fights have been in France, and see Top Rank. If Top Rank signed him up, boy, they've done. I don't even know what to say, bro. Like they haven't done a good job in France. I mean, he's very popular in France, but I don't know in terms of the venue or he done stadium fights. I know he was very popular when you got to remember when he won the gold medal for France. He's already a national hero to the French, so he is very popular in France. France is a big country, and I'm not over there to say that, and I'm not been at the venue, so. If someone says he's very popular, I'll go with that. But I'll go. What I will say about the opponents he's been facing: Dave Allen, Alex Demetrenko, Joseph DeHarpus, Christian Hammer. They're all right guys. Christian Hammer beat David Price. He was out there the other day. These are decent level opponents he's been facing. But like I said in it, the Olympic rematch, this is a good step up for him. I think he needs that fight for himself as well. I think he's had enough of fighting the guys. Them guys. The last guy he fought was this guy Peter Miles. Then who was 15-0, and he KO'd him in the 7th round. So I think he feels he needs a step up as well. He's 29 years of age. He's getting on. You know what I mean? So you might as well, if these guys are invested a lot of money, they want to see if they want to get their money back. Is he going to be? If he's the next guy to beat Hrgovic and beats Hrgovic in special style, yeah, he's going to be the next hottest thing in Europe. So yeah, I think this is all round. This is what boxing needs. This is what he needs, and this is what Hrgovic needs to solidify and put them on the map, as I say, to be the next guy out of Europe to try and challenge for the world title.
Yeah, like I was gonna add on to what EJ said, right? So Bob Arms keeps signing these European guys, Japanese people. Top Rank does not promote no European people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they don't do it well. Lomachenko is in America, and they've been pushing Lomachenko as hard as possible. The dude don't sell, right? You got Tony Yoka in France. You don't bring him to America. At no point you're not bringing him to America. What's the point? Why you keep sending these people from Japan and these places and you don't know what to do with them? You know what I'm saying?
For real.
It's like, you know, I'm glad for Tony Yoka. I'm happy to see the fight. I'm glad he's actually taking the bull by the horns, taking control of his own career, not waiting on top rank to just you know, keep him over there doing whatever. You know, I see somebody, I think it was EJ had something about Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce is number 1 in the WBO. Frank Warren's probably telling this man, just sit tight, you're in a great position, and we're gonna find you some can or whatever.
Yeah. Some can man
to dent up. You know what I'm saying? So look here, you know, Joe Joyce, you know, is Lady Chan just know in the chat say he's acting like he's not 37. I was shocked. Joe Joyce is that old?
Yes, he is.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
He's 36. Maybe he's had a birthday, which would make him 37. Indeed.
Wow.
Indeed.
I didn't know he was that old. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. He's a late starter, late bloomer. But you know, we gotta talk about OBZ has come up with the particulars and says Crawford's lawsuit alleges that fighting mandatories breach contracts. I actually read that. Yeah. With only one fight in 2019. Yeah, I read that too. Crawford is reportedly owed $4.5 million for a second fight not being booked. So let me get this straight. Crawford's lawsuit alleges that fighting mandatories. Okay, so it breached his contract that he's fighting mandatories. With only, I read that. With only one fight in 2019, I read that too. Crawford is reportedly owed 4.5. Okay, yeah, I can believe that. I can believe those are particulars. I read them in the article. So yeah, I can believe that. Yes. Okay, so we're moving on. So let's break.
Hey, before you go, I'd like to say, like, you see with Joe Joyce, see Frank Warren invested a human amount of time and money. I don't know what money in Daniel Dubois. And I know I can see what Frank's doing. You know, he's not with Sam Jones no more. He's keeping Joe on the rust packet, on the turning rusty like an old ship. I wasn't surprised if he goes, you know what, let's fight Daniel Dubois. Because he keep Joe rusty and put Daniel Dubois back in there to knock him off. Because Frank ain't doing him no favors. He last fight I just looked, it was Carlos Takam. And you know, Joe, because of his age, he needs to be more active. If you know, when you're 37, so you need he was they were supposed to do an announcement in January, and Frank's postponed that, so they've got an opponent lined up for him. But Joe needs to be out there. But I don't know if Frank's setting him up to lose, because I've seen this situation before where he's like, bloody hell, mate, you know, I got money in Daniel, I can control him, but this Joe Joyce here, what can I do with him? No, but Joe Joyce has earned the right to challenge the title. The WBO title was there. The rematch as Usyk was there, and I would love to see that fight as well. That's another rematch we'd love to see. Another amateur fight we'd love to see. So Joe needs to crack on and get an opponent and get moving and keep busy, because when you're the age, you can turn old in the ring overnight. So
you don't want.
But
he's
still a heavyweight though. He's still a heavyweight, and he can take a punch and he can definitely crack. So it's just one of them things. The political side of boxing. But you know, you have certain guys out there and they try to shut certain guys out because they can't control them. Daniel Dubois is more submissive than Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce demands a higher respect because he's done a lot of things in amateurs, and Frank Warren knows it. So he's got them both on the contract, but you know he prefers Daniel Dubois. So we see how this plays out. I won't be surprised if he goes Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce having a rematch for WBO. And I'm like, people are like, why? Because he knows Joe Joyce is probably a bit rusty, and he maybe thought Daniel could knock him off and get back his position. So we'll see. We'll have to see how that plays out.
Dime. We're gonna have to see how that plays out. How do I feel about Joe Joyce? I think he's injured. I think Joe Joyce is number one with the WBO. I think he's in a good position right now. He's in a good position. He beat Daniel Dubois, kind of took his spot. He's in a good position. He's in the number one position, but I think he needs to fight an eliminator. I think he needs to fight an eliminator. Is he number one? Yeah, but he still needs to fight an eliminator, as I understand it. So
maybe he can fight Parker.
So say that again.
Maybe he can fight Rice Cake Parker.
Yeah, he could fight Parker. That's a fight.
Parker's like number 2 in the WBO also, so he could fight Parker. That's a big fight.
Yeah, but Parker's injured.
So he says.
His elbow.
Yeah,
his elbow. His elbow. Tennis elbow. He's got tennis elbow.
Yeah.
So, he's gonna have to get rid of his tennis elbow, wrap that, put some ice on it, It's gotta get right. He's gotta get right. But in the meantime, where's Klitschko? Where's Klitschko? Where's Klitschko? Let me stop sharing this for a while. Let me find it. Let's have a look. We're looking for Klitschko. Oh, now I'm gonna save that one. So let's go to Klitschko. Let me see if I can find this shizzle. Oh, is this here? Oh. Okay. So let's get. I'm gonna stop sharing. I might as well carry on sharing because I got on the trail. I got on the trail of this thing. Okay. So why is that so much? Why is that like that? Let's make it a little bit bigger, easier for the people to see. Okay, so Fury just released his new Tyson Fury face mask. If you can't beat them, duck them. The fighting man way. OMG. And what are we heading into? Well, you know that what's going on here? What is that video? That video, yeah, that's some kind of mad shiznix. It's kind of a video I don't really understand. We don't understand. We've been talking about it. I want to see this matchup for quite some time now. So I hope nothing happens to scupper the bout. I think we're talking about Hrgovic versus Yoka in the professionals. Let's have a look. Good point, TJ. I don't know why Joyce re-signed with him. OMG. Okay. So, yeah. So that's the Tyson Fury. That's the Tyson Fury face mask. Available on the Gypsy Kings website as we speak. Okay. Where is it? There's the article that I'm looking for. Okay, so Tyson Fury was talking about Usyk as a little steadied, and Vladimir Klitschko came out and responded. What was that? Let's go here. Vladimir rematch was cancelled when Fury failed a drug test in camp. Can you see that? Make it just a bit bigger. Okay. Rematch was off as soon as he tested dirty, but history books don't say Fury was stripped of titles for failing drug tests because he vacated the titles before they could strip him. Clever move, to be fair, but naughty nonetheless. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's go back. Let's see if we can get closer to the thing. What is this? Please. Tyson Fury has to be on a terribly bad night to lose to Dillian Whyte. Why would he run? I want to see when Fury knocks out Dillian Whyte. What your excuse will be. Well, why are you so intent on the 20%? I already talked about that 20% being nonsense in the last show. Anybody who missed it, go ahead and check it out after this one. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, let's go back. Okay, and this was one that I liked. This was one amused me very much. Let's see if you can see it. Okay. Yes, that's literally why. Oh, so this is in response to This is in response to Tyson Fury saying that Usyk, or saying that Joshua lost the belts, and he, as a Lancastrian true British man, it's going to take him to get him back. But the counter argument to that was beautifully said here by Bobby the Boxer. Bobby the Boxer says, yes, that's literally why UK lost the belts, you fool. To be fair, lol, poor Joshua had to go and collect them back up. So it was Joshua that collected them after you lost them, you big dosser.
Have to take a real British Lancaster bomber and take all your belts. But it's going to have to take a real British Lancaster bomber like me to go and relieve the useless little steadhead. You know what I can't believe? That AJ has gone and give Ukraine all the heavyweight belts back after all my hard work of relieving them. You big useless dosser. You've let a little...
After all my hard work. Joshua lost them after all my hard work. Doesn't he actually remember that it was he who lost them for being a steadhead? OMG.
I can't believe. You know what I can't believe? That AJ has gone and given Ukraine all the heavyweight belts back after all my hard work of relieving them. You big useless dosser. You've let a little steroid man come up from middleweight and set about you and take all your belts. But it's going to have to take a real British Lancaster bomber like me to go and relieve the useless little steadhead of the belts and get him back to Britain.
Now, the irony is that it was this fool that lost the belts in the first place. Yeah, big dosser.
Useless dossers, honestly. Bring them to me. Oh, Dixie King, bring them to me.
You lost them, you big dosser. OMG. EJ Boxing.
Listen, this guy, man, he's thinking it. Like, real talk, he's entertaining, he's funny as hell, and he's forgetful as well. You know what I mean? Like you know why some people go back to jail and they're reoffenders. Right? It's because they can't help themselves, isn't it? This guy's a habitual reoffender. You know what I mean? A line stepper. Like, the British board haven't gave you a license yet, as far as I know, because you've been doing this. Because you got done for the drugs thing, and you're actually calling other people these names like we don't remember, like we don't know what you've been up to. I mean, this man, look at him. It's like he forgot, and then Vladimir had to remind him. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what he did, and you see him, and then he waffled straight after. I mean, this man is funny. It's seriously, like, you know, if you don't like him, you have to just think, oh man, this guy's hilarious, man. He's a wine. Is he? Thing is, you think what I think about? Is he winding us up? Or have you actually forgot what you've been up to? You've been out there snorting. We've seen you snorting, drinking, all kinds of binging. I've never seen Usyk in any drug thing on that. And if he moved up from middleweight, it's because he's a big guy. I mean, what you think that frame could be a middleweight? What is he, 6 foot something? How can he be over 6 foot and be a middleweight? He's a big guy. So you're trying to say, so you've got the inside information that he's been taking stuff. Maybe you have got that information or whatever, but it seems to me like you might be scared of him and you're trying to declare the war. But you see, Vladimir is on your case now. You see, the reason why Vladimir jumped in because he mentioned the Ukraine. You know what I mean? That's why he's like, oh, you know, these Ukraine people, they remind me of Khabib. You know, the nutter when Conor McGregor. These Irish people love to try it, you know. You see when Conor was running the bus, throwing the stuff in the bus, acting like a madman. You what them Russians did to him, jumped over. That's what he's dealing with. So keep running your mouth, and let's see what the Ukraine people are gonna do to him, because this man is incorrigible, man. He's a habitual line stepper, and he's a reoffender, 2-time reoffender.
2-time.
Go ahead, jump on it.
2-time. You live. This is the words from Klitschko that I couldn't find earlier on. You live in a glass house. And someone needs to take. No, let me do it in the accent. You live in a glass house, and someone needs to take away your stones. It wasn't so long ago, before our fight, where you actually tested positive. Anyone can Google it. Keep it classy, my friend. The Iron Kong. Keep it classy, my friend. Okay, so that was Klitschko's response, retort to the video I just shown you. So, yeah, don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. It's as simple as checkmate. We're not playing checkers now, Fury. We're not playing checkers now. We're playing chess. You just lost that one, son. You just lost that one. I still want to know what Vlad had on that infamous USB. Yeah, don't worry. We got the combat radio detectives on the case. So someday, hopefully, that will be revealed. Where we at? And Rafi not, oh damn, it's a couple of minutes to the midnight hour. You know, that means that we gotta wrap this shiznix up. The EJ Boxing, are you still there?
Yes, Raphael, I'm still there. Here.
Okay. The Iron Kong, you still here?
Yeah, man, I hear.
Okay, Iron Kong, we come to the end of the show. You want to talk a little bit about this? The spat between Tyson Fury throwing stones, saying that Usyk is a steadhead, and Vladimir Klitschko coming out and reminding him that it was you, my friend, not so long ago when we fought. You tested positive before our fight.
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta ignore Tyson Fury, Luke Fury. EJ used a word just now that reminded me of John Bercow when he told somebody you're an incorrigible delinquent in Parliament one time. That's Tyson Fury, incorrigible delinquent. The guy just likes to run his mouth or whatever. And I think EJ was right. Sometimes you don't know if it like you really wonder, like, is this guy serious? Like, when Klitschko said that about you testing positive, he just ignored that and just went on to something else.
Yeah.
It's how this guy is not somebody who you could trust with nothing he said, because he would ignore everything and just continue on with his rambles. But Tyson Fury and his fans are the same type of people. Very dishonest people, people who don't respect nothing. They're not mentally disciplined people at all. So you have a situation now where Tyson Fury is, here on this video, and none of the quote unquote boxing media is going to take him to task.
Right.
None.
Right.
Tyson Fury has been able to get away with things that. Could you imagine Anthony Joshua saying these things?
It's outrageous.
Could you imagine Anthony Joshua saying anything like this? They would be all over this dude. Anthony Joshua right now, I mean, can't do nothing for these people. They're all over him. Tyson Fury stands there accusing people of peds, knowing he's a ped head.
Yeah.
And the quote-unquote mainstream boxing media, as usual, just like, Tyson is just being Tyson.
It's a conspiracy of silence.
Joke thing, man. Anyway, hey, Rafi, good evening, man.
Hey,
peace to you, EJ Boxing Live, and everybody in the chat.
Yes, Con. Yes,
that was the Iron Kong, all the way from the Caribbean, taking time out of his day to come and share some time with you.
Well, you know what? I'd like to jump on what you said there. The reason why he's protected because he's with the mafiosos, isn't it? He's with Frank Warren, Flat Top, and he's with Bob Arum, the original gangster out there.
Yeah,
that's why he's protected.
I call him the Cabal. They're the name Cabal.
Yeah, and he's got Daniel Kinahan, so he's got the three mob bosses backing him, so he can run up his mouth and say what he wants. That's what it is. I see Dillian when Dillian gets into a fight with him. I told Xavier Miller, though, the moment he mentions your name, all out war. I told him straight away, don't play around. Pull it on him from the jump. You want to say anything about your credentials or what you done? Let's say to him. So okay, so you want to talk about my credentials? Let's talk about you. Why didn't you fight David Price in for the British belt and you went to Ireland? Straight out. That's no playing around with him. Just don't play around with him. You want to talk about drugs? You want to talk about this? Just straight out. You have to put it on. You need to have a list writ down, ready to rebuttal him from the jump, because this man is ready to go after you and your trainer. You hear what he said to Deontay Wilder and Malik? He said he may be the first guy that bust both their eardrum.
Wow.
Them things there is war. That's
war.
what he's coming with. You gotta sit there and say, yo, right, Dillian, bring them black gloves like you did with Joe Parker press conference, like you're gonna murder someone. Zab, yeah, let's have your list ready to go to rinse him out. Because you gotta deal with him. The fight starts in the mind with him. You know what I mean? If you break his mind down, he's done. You know what I mean? I was in a tournament in the national. I think it was the quarterfinals. One of my fighters, and he was fighting a guy from the army. And you know, we're in the corner now, and the army guy must say to me, "Peace," or whatever. I said, "Peace, which part?" I looked in peace, which part. The guy went crazy. We're army. We're this. We're that. You are gonna go out there and destroy him. That's what he said to his fighter, right? I said, "Yeah, come then." So when he done that, now my guy outboxed and clearly done him up and give it to him. But because I got to his trainer's head, the trainer got to the fighter, and that's what you got to do with Fury. Fury clearly beats you in the mind. That's where the battle is. The war starts from when the contract signed. I see you at a press conference. It's on and popping. If he don't say nothing to me, I won't say nothing to him. But if he does, I'll all out Slater. Slate him down all day. Don't be care. As long as you is talking boxing, that's what you got to do with him. Because this man is vicious. He's vicious and reckless. So he's going to go into that fight with Usyk, if that fight was to happen, and starts call this man a peds after he's been pedding up the place. Yeah. So anyway, hey Rafi, great show. Big up to everyone in the chat. Everyone have a blessed happy new year. You know what I mean? Obviously the year is what it is. Boris Johnson is under fire. You see Boris Johnson and Tyson Fury, they must be cousins or brethren. Yeah, you didn't have a party. Now you did. I wasn't at the party. It wasn't a party. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury, I didn't take drugs. No, I did take drugs. So, hey man, it's a great show. Yeah, man. I look forward to the next one. And thanks very much, Rafi. Take care.
Hey, and that was the AJ Boxing Live. The AJ Boxing Live. Come spend some time with us. This guy's on channel. Don't forget to go check him out. Before that was the Iron Kong 26, I believe. Don't be afraid to go check him out. Okay, so we've gone through the madness. There's a lot more. There's a lot more that I could say. There's a lot more that I can say, but man's got work in the morning. Well, actually, not in the morning. It's in the afternoon, but I have to get up in the morning to get certain things done. There's Rafi in the year of 2022. It's going to be kind of busy for Rafi. It's going to be a busy year. I got lots of things to do, lots of things in the pipeline. I'm sorting things out. I'm challenging things. I'm taking things, challenging things head on. Head on. There's going to be some court battles, not related to any of this YouTube stuff, but Rafi is going to be waging war in the courts this year. There's some things that I simply need to do just for my own tranquility. But it's good. I'm looking forward to it. Rafi will be self-representing. Rafi will be launching some initiatives. So, yeah, it's good. It's great. It's great. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a strong year this year. Rafi going to need to be strong. Inner resources, direction, purpose. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to it. It's already started. I've already started certain shiznicks. Maybe at some point I may be able to share with you the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Lisa, it's so easy to get stuck in, to get in a certain groove and stay in that groove. As I was saying, Lady Chan earlier on, the Rafi is first and foremost very creative, and I must let my creativity flow out to the universe, to the Combat Radio universe and beyond. So this is just one look. I got another look. I'm gonna have several different looks and mix them up. You know what I mean? Mix them, blend. The change is as good as a rest. And to the gentleman that we've been talking to backstage, who says he's thinking about throwing in the towel with the YouTubes and the YouTube boxing community, to the fella that we're talking to backstage, talking about that, I say no. I say don't throw it in. Don't throw it in. Just do this like I do this. How do I do this? I do it like it's a conversation. It's a conversation I'm having with you. And the door is open for guests to come and join the conversation. Or it could be a monologue. It might just be me. If nobody else comes on, it's just the Rafi, and that's cool too. But I do enjoy having a conversation when some of the guys jump on. So if it's not a monologue, it's a conversation. If it's not a conversation, it's a monologue. But it's never really a monologue because I'm talking to you and you're talking back to me. So it's always a conversation. And you do it at your own leisure. At your own leisure. So there ain't no reason to walk away. You have a platform. My position is this. You have a platform where you can come and talk about one of your favorite topics. So regardless of any external disappointment, ultimately, it's still something you can make work for yourself. That's the Rafi's point of view. At your leisure. You know we're creative. Don't lose that. Don't let other people stifle your creativity. Don't do that. Because other people love to do that. They love to say, no, you shouldn't do it this way. You should do it that way. You shouldn't have done it that way. You should have done it this way. But no, you got to say, no, I follow my own instincts. That's what you got to do sometimes. You got to get childish with it. You got to go, yow. Now. I'll do it my way. You just got to get creative with it. I do it my way. At your leisure. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Is there anything else I want to say? Yeah, there's a lot that I could say, but you know, the Rafi likes to cut it short. Keep it nice and tight, nice and polite, whenever possible. As for SpongeBob, who's trying to bite the Rafi style, I'll deal with you another day, fella. I'll deal with you another day. Don't worry, the day of reckoning is coming. I'll just keep you on the back burner, keep you simmering. You know, every now and then, I'll just stir the pot a little bit, flip you over like a pancake, like a fat pancake. OMG, Rafi having fun with it. It's past the hour of midnight. Rafi gotta get his head down. Because you know we got a busy day tomorrow or today, later on today. Hey, thank you to everyone who jumped on the Iron Kong, the EJ Boxing, and everyone who took time out of your day to jump on in the chat. Okay, so naturally, if you like the show, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that comment. Is there a comment button? Get your comments in. And don't forget to share. Share the Rafi shizzle all over the world. Fertilize the earth. And let he who tries to imitate, try to bite the Rafi style, let he eat that fertilizer off a plate. I'll deal with you. I'll get to you eventually, boy. It's Raphael Dawkins, the Combat Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares. It's the hitting the bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about the live show. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And we are